All right, hang on. Let me get a little adjustment here. Ready when you are.
Okay, so it was the night before HD my sophomore year, and we went to West Led because Five Guys had just opened, and it was me, Brands, Tomas, John, and Claire. So we're driving, and then we decided to go coning. And coning is when you go to McDonald's or somewhere they serve soft serve ice cream, and you grab the ice cream by the ice cream instead of the cone. So we go, John gets in the driver's seat, and he goes up to the little microphone and goes, "Hi, can I please have a chocolate ice cream?" And the lady's like, "I'm sorry, what was that?" And he's like, "Hi, can I please have a chocolate ice cream?" And she's like, "Okay, like, please, like, speak up or leave." He's like, "Hi, can I please have a chocolate ice cream?" And the lady's like, "Okay, like, leave, like, this isn't funny, like, stop messing around with me." And he's like, "I want a fucking chocolate ice cream!" And we were like, "Oh my god, what are you doing, John? Like, you can't do that." Meanwhile, Brands runs out of the car with his keys, because he has one of those cars where you, like, push the button. So we're just like, Brands, like, what the fuck? We were just sitting in this car, like, just stuck. So then, John hops over to the passenger seat. Brands gets back in his car and starts backing out of the drive-through. Can't back out of a drive-through. It's not a thing. So then, there's a car in front of us at the window where they were getting food, and they're getting their food, and Brands tries to pass them, but then they start going too. So we're like awkwardly really close next to them. After John just makes a fool out of all of us, and we're like, "You can't do that." And then. So then we end up leaving, and it was really scary because coning is illegal. Apparently, it's like I forget the word is, but it's harassment of the people. So you're not allowed to do that. So don't cone, don't try to back out of a drive-through, and don't try to pass a car when they're already in a drive-through.
Oh, what are we doing on this? Okay. That was 1 minute and 42 seconds, right in the range. All right, Sophia, you're up next. When you're ready, it's all yours.
Okay, so have you guys ever seen like a dog see another animal after not seeing another animal for a really, really long time? Like ever. Their ears are up, like the back of their tail is wagging and stuff like that, and they're just like, "Oh my gosh, I need to get to this other animal." So that was like me as an inner city kid going to Girl Scout camp for the first time. Other than Central Park or the other surrounding areas, I had never been to any type of forest area. So when I got to Girl Scout camp for the first time, I freaked out and I just started running into the forest and like looking at the trees and being like, "Oh my god, I've never seen this plant before. What's this? What's that?" And being an inner city kid, I really didn't know what plants I could touch and what plants I couldn't touch. So that led to a little bit of trouble. And my first day at Girl Scout camp, when I was 8 years old, I ran into a bush of poison ivy. It was not a bush, but it was like an array of poison ivy in a certain area, and I kind of just like for some reason I think I was like trying to look at some moss on a tree, and then like I just ended up getting owned by that poison ivy. Like I showed up the first day at Girl Scout camp, and I had to be sent home like 2 days later because it was so bad. And my mom was like, "Sophia, why didn't you do like a little bit of research? I told you there's some plants that you can't touch. There are some plants." I was like, "I don't know. I was just so excited because I'd never been in that situation before." So I just feel like there are some moments where you're so excited about something that you don't care if you're gonna get hurt, or if like you're just so naive and you as a child you're just so excited to like have a new experience.
2 minutes and 1 second. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's good. All righty. Kat, you're next.
So this is the story of
my first detention, and I don't care who you think you are, when you're in first grade, getting in trouble is the worst thing ever. So, my favorite part of school was the snack bar at lunch, but the worst part was I never had money. So I always borrowed from the same kid, and his name is Eric. And so I was like $20 in debt, and when you're a kid, that's a lot of money. That's like college tuition. And so one of my friends, Joey, got up from the lunch table, and I took a piece of my biscuit at him, and I like flicked it at him, and I missed. And Eric was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna tell him." I was like, "No, no, no." I was like, "Don't tell him." I was like, "I will pay you back every cent from the snack bar." And I was like, "I promise, just don't tell me." And he was like, "Nah, I'm gonna tell." He was like fed up with me borrowing money, I guess. I don't know. I guess it was payback. So he goes and tells on me, and I'm like, "Oh God!" And I'm sitting at the table, and I'm so scared. I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna get in so much trouble." So the aide yells at me, and she's like, "I'm done with you this week," because earlier that week I got in trouble for throwing the ball a little too hard at dodgeball. But she was a willing opponent, so I don't really think that's necessary, but that's okay. So I got a detention. I had to write a note to the janitor. I had to write 1 page front and back. So I'm like, sorry you had to pick up my biscuit. It's not your job, I know that. And I was like, in the principal's office, and it was bad. That was my detention.
1 minute, 30 seconds. Right on the nose.
Wait, is it minute 30 to 2 minutes or minute to 2 minutes?
Minute 30 to 2 minutes. Perfect. All right. No Molly, no Ben. Dante.
Oh, is that one time for me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell me
I
like
know.
a minute and a half or something, I'll just like wrap up.
Everyone's our friend. They have fun with it.
Okay, cool. Okay, so when I was a kid, I lived on a farm. And on that farm, there was a goat named Bowser. Bowser was not a nice goat. He had dark black eyes and sharp teeth and long horns. He looked like Satan. And I, as a mere child, was expected to take care of this monster. So I did. And every day, I was supposed to feed him and give him water and take care of him. And every day, I would walk down to his pen, and I would be greeted by the most angry, evil bleating you could imagine. And he would take his horns, and he would ram against the side of his fence with a rage, like some kind of tormented devil. And I'd be like, well, I don't think he's happy to see me, but I'll still go in and I'll feed him. And so I would do that. And when I got into his pen, he would get this crazy war face, and he would fix his eyes right on mine, and he would look right through my soul, and he would charge. I got pretty good at dodging him. I had to avoid being gored. And luckily, I have not been gored as to of now. And it was crazy to do this. I was the only one who was going to feed him, or give him water, or take care of him. But I never stopped. And I think that persistent kindness changed him, because over time he stopped being such a dick. And what I guess I'm trying to tell you all is, persistent kindness can turn your Bowser, your dick of a coworker, your dick of a friend, into a slightly less rude, but still a goat person. Yeah. Was that, what time was that?
1 minute, 37 seconds.